With these photo sculptures, I usually respond to a certain need that I have. There are certain human experiences that I haven't had and want to have. During a show that I had here in New York, I think it was 2-3 years ago, I made a secret resolution to say yes to everything. And it was actually surprising how many requests you get. I never thought about that much, but because I said yes to all of them, they in effect changed my life. So it was a really interesting journey that I'm still on. But Alex was one of these people who came up to me and offered that I could make a photo sculpture of him. And I asked, well, why would I do that? And he said, well, he had I don't know exactly what kind of cancer. It was some form of stomach cancer. And he had gone through a whole set of operations, and during one of them, I think it was the last one, he flatlined. So he was in effect dead. And he had just sort of recovered. He was okay. He's okay now. He's good. But this piece, in a way, was, I think, sort of a coming out gesture of here I am, I'm alive. And he chose to be naked. That wasn't my choice. But he wanted to show his scar and just be out there. I want to be clear about that. This isn't a portrait of Alex. This is very much a composite of the time that we spent together. And in that sense, again, it's quite filmic and also more real than a snapshot or a portrait. I pay a lot of attention to how things come together in order to be expressive. To me, the more dynamic the surface looks, the more my hands and my decision making is apparent. And for me, it's very important that my hand and my decision making is apparent, because otherwise it will be read too literally as a portrait. As I said, the surface doesn't really express my relation to reality. The reality is the time that I spent together with this person, the fact that I use art as a tool to get to know somebody for my very own needs. But then I take that piece and put it out there, and then it communicates, hopefully, something about that, about art as a bridge, potentially, to bring people together.